We're gonna get busy. Ain't no need to continue to keep talking about nothing that's edifying. But all right. So last week we touched on. Last week we touched on. Last week we touched on Mordecai and Esther and how the Most High blessed Esther to be in the position that she's in to help her people. One thing we still had to we have to remember, even when it comes to Mordecai, is that even though Mordecai taught Esther and then allowed Esther to surpass him, meaning that if you look at the situation, it should have been Mordecai to be in a higher position than Esther. That's how some of us as humans we perceive to think that way sometimes. But we have to understand that the Most High is still equal with us, and He moves the way He sees fit. So when we look at Mordecai's situation, all praise to the Most High, he didn't get upset that Esther was in a better position than him, even though he had more understanding. But he remembers God. We should remember that God's blessings are equal, but it's also in His timing. That's the main key thing that we have to understand. So even though He blessed Esther in her timing, Mordecai is also going to get blessed too. But again, we as humans, sometimes we perceive that the Most High is not going to come on our behalf and bless us. Even though we've been through the struggles, we've been fighting, we've been going through all this stuff, and here's another individual come up. They haven't gone through what I've gone through. But if you look at Esther's situation, she went through a lot because she lost her parents. So I know that's heartbreaking for her. But even like I said with Mordecai, his situation, he had his issues too. But you got to understand, he's a little bit older than her. So that's, like I said, that's how we as humans we perceive it. I've been here longer than you, so my struggles are more deeper than yours. But that's not so.
Yeah.
All right. So we understand now that the Most High blesses each and every one of His children equally, man unequally. All right. So let's go to Hebrews chapter 1. Hebrews chapter 1, and we'll read verse 1.
Hebrews 1:1. God, who at sundry times and in divers manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
It's Hebrews 11. I'm sorry about that. Hebrews 11, chapter 1. Hebrews 11, chapter 1. Let me check my little thing.
Hebrews 11:1.
Yeah.
Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Right. So Mordecai's situation, even though he can't see the blessing, the Most High still has that blessing still waiting for him, right? But Mordecai has to go through his trials and tribulations, just like with Esther. She has to go through her trials and tribulations, just like all of us. We got to go through our trials and tribulations. The Most High has everything already set up for it. We want to be able to see it, but He's not going to allow us to see it. Why is that? Because He wants us to have faith. We got to have faith in order to, that's the only way that we can please the Most High is by faith. So if every time that we see it, how are we going to grow in the Most High, or how are we going to grow with the Most High? We won't be able to do it because we're always going to be looking for that blessing. Every time the Most High, imagine if the Most High, every time we ask for something, He keep blessing us over and over and over again. It's not going to have no substance behind it. He's just, because we're going to be focused on the blessing. It's the same thing with Christ when He stepped on the scene. They were more focused on the gift and not the information. The Most High wants you to get the information first, learn how to overcome the certain obstacles that come your way. Then I can turn around and bless you, because you'll have enough faith to believe that I'm going to do it. I'm not going to leave you stranded. If I'm telling you in the Word, I never leave you nor forsake you, I want you to stand on that. But I got to take you through these certain elements so that at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, what are you going to do in return to the Most High? For the Most High. Yeah, you're going to give Him the praise, honor, and glory. You're always going to connect back to Him. Every time you stumble and fall, you're always going to go back to Him. All right? Let's go to Isaiah chapter 60, 13 to 22. So we always going to go back to him no matter what.
That's right.
All the time. It's always, yeah, okay.
Isaiah 60:13.
Mm-hmm.
The glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glorious.
Yes, so this is when we get into the kingdom. Has the kingdom came now? Has the kingdom came yet?
No.
We still had to have what? Faith. We still have to have faith to believe that it's going to come. You got to stay the course if you want to see the end result. Go ahead.
The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet, and thou shalt call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel.
Right. Has that been done? Has that been done yet? Yeah. And the ones that are afflicting us, are they bowing themselves down to us?
No.
Nah. They ain't doing that. It's just like back in slavery time, when our forefather and forefather walked down the street, they had to do what? When the other nations came down the street,
You had to move out the way.
yeah, they had to jump in the grass. So even if there was a puddle there, they had to get off that sidewalk. Well, guess what? You want your chance to be able to experience that too. Is the Most High gonna allow that to happen?
Yes.
Yes, because we're reading it now. The sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending down unto thee. So when you walking down the street, instead of them moving out the way, they're going to have to do what? They're going to have to bow to you. There you go. And then you pat them on the head. There you go. Thank you. All right, now get out the way. You know what I'm saying? Smack them in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Even when you pull up, say you run out of gas and you see them getting into their car and their car started up, yours don't. You can pull right up to the door and do what they got to do. What? They got to get out and bow to you, and then you push them out the way. I got to use your car, my man. You got to walk. See that time is going to come, but you got to have faith to believe it, that your chance is going to come. All right, go ahead.
Whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations.
Right, go ahead.
Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings, and thou shalt know that I, the Lord, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. For brass I will bring gold, and for iron I will bring silver, and for wood brass, and for stones iron. I will also make thy officers peace, and thine exactors righteousness. Violence shall no more be heard in thy land, wasting nor destruction within thy borders, but thou shalt call thy walls salvation, and thy gates praise.
Right, we won't have to worry about that no more. Everything that's going to be, everything around us will be at peace. We don't have to worry about or have to deal with the stuff that we're dealing with today. But we got to have faith to believe that this is going to happen one day. Go ahead.
The sun shall be no more thy light by day, neither for brightness shall the moon give light unto thee. But the Lord shall be unto thee an everlasting light, and thy God thy glory.
Go ahead.
Thy sun shall no more go down, neither shall thy moon withdraw itself. For the Lord shall be thine everlasting light, and the days of thy mourning shall be ended.
Right, go ahead.
Thy people also shall be all righteous. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified.
Right, so you won't have to worry about your brother being deceitful towards you, your sister being deceitful towards you. Everybody will be what?
On
loving
one
each.
accord.
Yeah, everybody will be on one accord. Very good. Go ahead.
A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time.
See that? In his time. When he's ready to bless, he's going to do it in his time. But he wants to see how far you're willing to go before he gives you that blessing. That's why he wants you to have faith. All right? Let's go to Jeremiah chapter 29. What I say? let's read verse 1, and then we're going to jump from 1 to 4 down to 13. All right.
Now these are the words of the letter that Jeremiah the prophet sent from Jerusalem unto the residue of the elders which were carried away captives, into the priests, into the prophets, into all the people whom Nebuchadnezzar had carried away captive from Jerusalem to Babylon.
What did you notice in that verse when it came to Jeremiah being a prophet? And he went to the elders, and then he went to those that were in captivity, the priests and the prophets, and so on and so forth. What do you see in that verse?
He didn't leave nobody out.
Yeah, that's true. But look at Mordecai and Esther's situation.
He went to the people that are so-called rich and the people that are down at the bottom.
Okay, and what else? Is a priest higher? The priests and the elders, are they higher? And as far as we're in their position?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jeremiah, who was made a prophet, was able to go to the elders and those who were in captivity, and the priests. The priests do what? Do sacrifices, right?
Mm-hmm.
They the ones that give the law and all that stuff, right?
Yes.
But here do you see the Most High using Jeremiah to go to those same people who have those high positions. You see the position that you see how the Most High work. Everything with the Most High is equal. He don't care what position that you're in. His main focus is that, the Most High's focus is that we all understand and know that we're all what? We're all servants together. Mm-hmm. The position means nothing.
Yeah.
In the Most High's eyes. So if it doesn't mean anything in the Most High's eyes, and we're supposed to have His Spirit, that's the same way that we're supposed to be thinking. Even though you above me, even though you have more experience than me, or me, even though that you don't have that much experience than me, I still have to understand that just like you, just like me, the Most High made us servants. So we're going to be equal together. So even if the Most High puts you above me, that's fine. I know my time is going to come too. But I can't allow the position that you're in to get the best of me. That goes back to Esther and like I said, the situation with Esther and Mordecai. Mordecai didn't look at Esther as her being above him. He just like if you read the script, if you read about what he told Esther, point blank, he was like, when you're in that position, don't be showing favoritism to certain people. You got to do it collectively to your whole nation, not just one. I don't care if it's a family member, a cousin, a friend, your best friend, or whatever the case may be. You can't show favoritism. Why is that? Because the Most High doesn't do that. You got to have the Most High Spirit upon you. And if you have His Spirit upon you, your mindset should be just like His, equal. You understand it? Just like, again, if I'm teaching someone the Most High's word, and then all of a sudden the Most High puts them in a better position than me, I shouldn't get upset. It's beautiful. You know why? Because now we can connect together. Now I can feed off him, he can feed on me. I can feed off him, he can feed off me. Just like the sisters, you can feed off me, I can feed off you.
That's right.
That's what draws that holy convocation. That's what draws unity of the nation of our nation. When we come together, I don't look at you differently than me, even though your skin looks that way, or even though because you talk this way, or you do this way. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, our position is to build the body. Can't build it with one person. So everyone has to be on one accord. We have to be of the same mind. All right? Go ahead. Jump down to 4.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, unto all that are carried away captives, whom I have caused to be carried away from Jerusalem unto Babylon. Right.
So it just wasn't one person to go into captivity. The whole nation, even if they didn't do anything, we all went into captivity together. So we all went in together. We all coming out together. But the Most High wants to see what before we all come out?
Everybody working together.
Yeah, that unity. He wants to see that. So we all over the place. What's that going to do for our salvation? It's going to prolong it. Yeah, because He wants to see that. You can't go into the kingdom and you got click over here, this click over here, and we hate this one and this one's hated. Can't do that. Right. The nations are already doing that to us now. So imagine you in the kingdom. You're basically taking the spirit of your enemies inside the kingdom. Don't you want to have peace from that?
That's right.
Go ahead.
You don't want it to be the same.
Yeah. We want to have peace. I don't want to wake up and be arguing with Fred because I made a mistake and cut his grass too low. I ain't got no time for that. You know what I'm saying? Or I bumped this car when I went to the store. I ain't got no time for that. We want to be of a different mind when we get into this kingdom. And the kingdom and the mindset that we want to have is a righteous mind. Go ahead.
Build ye houses and dwell in them, and plant gardens and eat the fruit of them. Take ye wives and beget sons and daughters, and take wives for your sons, and give your daughters to husbands, that they may bear sons and daughters, that ye may be increased there and not diminished.
Right. That's why our purpose is to build up our nation. All right. Go ahead.
And seek the peace of the city, whither I have caused you to be carried away captives, and pray unto the Lord for it. For in the peace thereof shall ye have peace.
Right. So we had to have a foundation to order to understand and know how to live a peaceful life. So even in our captivity, we still supposed to live peacefully. That's why the scripture said, live, if it be possible, live peacefully with all men. Why? Because that's going to help you once you get into the kingdom. You're going to learn how to live at peace with your brothers and sisters. You understand? It makes perfect sense. But you got to have a starting point. So the starting point is now. While you're in captivity, when you're going through affliction and stuff like that, learn how to live peacefully. So now you can transfer that information once you overcome it to who? Yeah, your people. Someone either your brother or your sister. You be able to carry that same. Listen, let me show you how to live peacefully. And then again, it's going to be a snowball effect. And then, like I said before, once we gather ourselves together under one accord, now the Most High can send His Son back. You understand? Because now you're basically doing what? You're making His work light. It's the same thing with Moses. When Moses' father-in-law came and told him, the position that you're in is too much for you. You need to split it up, and you just need to focus on one thing. And allow the others to focus on the little small matters, but you control the big matters. Guess what? You think Christ want to come back and try to teach people how to keep law? No, He wants to be able to judge the big matters and allow us to judge the small matters. Same concept. So why would you want to put all that burden on Him? That's why he I'm about to say made up, but He didn't make that's why He gathered the 12 disciples. You put all y'all gonna put in the work to make my work light. All I'm gonna do is bring the message, teach y'all, give y'all the information that y'all need, and then y'all go out and teach the people. And then those who have questions that are too hard for you to what's the word? Answer. Thank you. Too much for you to answer, bring them to me, and then I'll be able to teach them. You understand? That's how it works. That's how you work in unison. You have to work like that. So again, if the Most High has taught me how to live a peaceful life, now He can turn around and teach you. Even like I said, someone coming into the understanding, they already have that meek and humble spirit. They can basically show you how to live how to have a meek and humble spirit as well, even if you don't have one. Even though you've been in the truth for many, many years. That's the one piece that the Most High more than likely wants you to get. Let me send this individual your way, even though they just coming into the truth, to teach you how to to have a meek, humble life. Humble life, a meek and humble spirit. All right, go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, let not your prophets and your diviners that be in the midst of you deceive you, neither hearken to your dreams which ye cause to be dreamed. For thy prophesy falsely unto you in my name, I have not sent them, saith the Lord.
Right. That's why it's always important that you have to try the spirit, whether they be of the Most High or not. They have to come out of His word, and the Most High is the one that brings them your way. So you shouldn't go searching for that answer from man. You need to give everything to the Most High. Allow Him to do what He needs to do to bring someone your way. Just like, again, I'm always going to keep using this story about Philip and the Ethiopian. Same concept. He was reading, couldn't understand what he's reading. The Spirit spoke to Philip, told him to go down and teach the brother to get his mind right so that he can understand and know what he's reading. Same concept with you. You should never run to man to try to get the answer, because man because man's mindset is about what? Deceiving you. That's why the Most High put that in there. Even though they're in captivity, they'll listen to the priests and the prophets and all those who are in a high position. But the Most High is letting you know, I ain't send them. They're in captivity. They don't even know how to overcome the situation that they're in now. So let me send you a prophet that I've trained, who I built up, who I broke down and built back up. I'm going to send him in there to teach you, to give you the right, to give you the truthful information that you need. That's the key thing that you have to understand. And what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to do what? Supposed to try his spirit. Let me make sure that everything that he's saying lines up with this word. I'm not just going to take what he say verbatim. I got to make sure that he stays in his word, because the Most High's word is my mind's going blank, but I'm back on cue. The Most High's word is beautiful, and it helps it, and it heals you, and it helps you to solve the problem. Anything that you're going through, the word is there to help you. All right, go ahead.
For thus saith the Lord, that after 70 years be accomplished at Babylon, I will visit you and perform my good word toward you, in causing you to return to this place.
Right. You see that? Same thing with Esther and Mordecai. Same thing with Mordecai. Even though, again, Esther's in that position, his time is going to come. He said it right here. I'm going to visit you. When the time comes, I'm going to visit you and perform my good word towards you. You see that? The word first, then the work. All right? Go ahead.
For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an unexpected end.
Right. In his timing. Go ahead.
Then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you.
Right. Go ahead.
And ye shall seek me and find me, when ye shall search for me with all your heart.
Right. So once the Most High does what he does in your life, now you have that ability. Now you have that assurance that anytime I need him, he's always going to be there. But what I have to do is I have to search with my whole heart. I have to show him that he's all I got. He's the only one that I'm going to rely on. I'm not going to listen to man. I'm not going to allow man to draw me away from you. Once you bring me out of my situation, I don't care how far you take me in. But at the end of the day, I got to have faith to believe that you're going to make a way for me out of no way. I got to stand firm on that, because I know that once you do what you're going to do in your timing, I know my expecting end is going to be what? Peaceful. All right? Beautiful. All right, let's go to Psalms chapter 13. When I say Psalms chapter 13, 1 down to 6.
How long wilt thou forget me, O Lord, forever? How long will thou hide thy face from me?
Right, and these are the questions more than likely that you're asking the Most High. All this stuff that's going on in my life, Lord, where are you at? You know, this is happening, all this stuff is piling up, and where are you at, Father? Go ahead.
How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart daily? How long shall mine enemy be exalted over me?
Right, go ahead.
Consider and hear me, O Lord, my God. Lighten mine eyes, lest I sleep the sleep of death.
Right, show me, Lord. Give me a little piece of the blueprint. Just show me that you're still there. I need to see. I need to know. I have to have assurance, because again, I don't see the end result of this thing. But I know I got to stand firm. That's my main key thing. You keep telling me that, but every time I try to do that, my spirit inside, the spirit that's inside me is wrestling. It's telling me to give up. And I know I can't give up, because I know when I read in your word, you're telling me that my end result is going to be beautiful if I stay the course. So I got to have faith. So basically I got to do what with my faith? I got to increase it. So I got to keep pushing. I can't allow these things to take over me. I got to keep moving forward, because I know the end is going to be beautiful, but it's hurtful because I don't see it. But I know it's there though. All right, go ahead.
Lest mine enemies say, I have prevailed against him, and those that trouble me rejoice when I am moved.
Right. So when they see that you're broken down, when they see the Most High, when they see and think that the Most High is afflicting you real bad, and they don't think, oh, look at him, he ain't, look at her. Most High, see that? Most High dealing with it because what she do? She didn't sing the song right, or he ain't. You see that? He stocked the shelf wrong. You see, and all that stuff fell out. That's the Most High dealing with him, brother. You see that? You know what I'm saying? The kids running, you see that? The kid, you know why the kids acting up? Because they ain't, the Most High ain't dealing with them. You see that? Look at the kid. You see the kid jumping off the step, them high steps like that, busting their head. You know why, right? That's the Most High dealing with them. You see that? You know what I'm saying? They see how they cut my man pay, they ain't paying. That's the Most High. You see that? That's because you ain't doing what you're supposed to do. You supposed to be in class, brother, 3 times a week. You know that? Go ahead.
But I have trusted in thy mercy, my heart shall rejoice in thy salvation.
Mm-hmm.
I will sing unto the Lord, because he hath dealt bountifully with me.
Yeah, bountiful with me. What does that mean? I look at the past. You was back there with me back then, and you blessed me. So I know it. When this time comes again, you're going to bless me again. So you dealt bountiful with me back then. I know you're going to do it again. That's why I said, when every time you go through your situations, always reflect back. You got to learn you got to know that he was there then. He's going to be there now. But you got to wait on him. All right. It's very important that you do that. All right. Let's go to 1 Samuel chapter 15. Beautiful. So it's the same thing. We're going back to Mordecai and Esther. Same thing with Mordecai. I know my blessing coming, Lord. I mean, again, I taught Esther. So why would I teach her something and then don't accept it myself? Mm-hmm. If you bless her, if I'm looking at her situation, you bless her just like that, just for her learning from me, I know my time is coming. So I just got to stay the court. And what we read last week, that Most High is controller what? All spirit. You see where he put Mordecai? He sat him by the door, and Mordecai overheard some things from the king's people, and he was able to do what? Most High gave him a little blueprint, and he went and told the king. Yeah. Well, let's see what happens after that. All right. What we say? 1 Samuel chapter 15.
20 to 23.
Yeah, 20 to 23. Let's get it.
And Saul said unto Samuel,
This is an example. Go ahead.
Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took of the spoil, sheep and oxen, the chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal. And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Mm-hmm. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
You see that?
Mm-hmm.
See, read that again.
Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice.
You see that? The Most High wants you to obey. So when the Most High say wait on him, that's what he wants you to do. He don't want you to do what? If he tells you to obey him, if he's telling you to wait on him, and you don't wait, what happens? What you become? A sacrifice. Because you're going to go back into the world. You're going to basically try to fix your situation yourself. That's why he tells you that. So everything in this word, you got to obey. It's very important. That's why you shouldn't listen to man. If he's not sent by who? The Most High. You see Samuel all happy. Yeah, you see that I obeyed the voice of the Lord. You see that I have gone the way which the Lord sent me. And I brought Agag, the king of Amalek, and I have utterly destroyed the Amalekites. But the people took the spoils, sheep and oxen, and chief of them of the things which should have been utterly destroyed, to sacrifice unto the Lord thy God in Gilgal. What happened? What happened to Saul? How did he disobey the Most High? Huh? And what else? On 21. What's Saul's position? He's the king. So if Saul's a king, the people's supposed to listen to who? To him. So when the Most High gives the king information, the king is supposed to give it to the people, right? And if they don't listen, what's supposed to happen? Right, the king's supposed to inflict pain on her, or discipline her, right? But Saul ain't do that. He putting the blame on the people. But the people, they took the spoils. I ain't take them. They took them. All I did was took the king, and I utterly destroyed all the Amalekites. But again, you're still in charge. You're the one that's supposed to tell the people what to do and what not to do. So when they're bringing that crap back, you supposed to say what? Nah, I don't do that. Nah, we supposed to burn that stuff. We ain't supposed to bring that stuff back. The Most High told me not to bring that stuff back, to go and kill the Amalekites, whatever their names is. I ain't got no time for it. The Amalekites. He told them to kill all the Amalekites. But y'all trying to bring all the spoils and stuff back. We ain't supposed to do that. We supposed to burn all that stuff and have faith that the Most High is going to supply us with what? Sheep and oxen, and the chief of the things which had that should have been destroyed. Yeah. You see that? So did Saul do what the Most High told him to do? No. Go ahead. Where you at?
22, at the end of 22. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of the ram.
You see that? It's better to obey the Heavenly Father than for you to do it yourself and become that sacrifice. Go ahead.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft.
You see that? As a sin. And what happens when you do witchcraft? What does the Most High say? You have to be destroyed from among your people. Yeah, because you're gonna witchcraft is what? Ain't that the stuff with the tarot cards and all that stuff? Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. That's worshiping another god. Right. Go ahead.
And stubbornness is as iniquity
and
idolatry.
And idolatry, being stubborn. You see that? Not listening to the Most High. When you don't listen to the Most High, He gonna deal with you.
That's right.
He gonna deal with you. Man, you got a spider web going. The spider planted the web on your head. You better have no babies in your head. Yeah. He moved it all. Huh? He trying to get the word too. Connecting to you. He trying to connect with your spirit.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
For rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry. Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, He hath also rejected thee from being king.
You see that? Since you didn't follow the blueprint, now the Most High has to move you out of your position. Now you become what? A sacrifice now. You see that? You no longer could be in that position, the position I gave you. You don't make your own. You didn't come into that position on your own. I put you in that position. Same thing with Jeremiah. I put you in that position to go teach the people. You didn't do it on your own like the other ones, like the other prophets that you see. That's amongst the people. Though I didn't call them. I called you. So since you didn't want to take heed to it, I'm removing you from your people. Now you can't teach your people until you do what? Get your mind right. Ask me for forgiveness, and so on and so forth. Did Saul do that? As when you read about Saul, did Saul ask the Most High for forgiveness? No. You see that? And when you don't ask for forgiveness, when you don't ask for forgiveness, what type of spirit do you have? It just tells you in 23 at the top.
Rebellion spirit.
Yeah, stubborn. Being stubborn. Yeah. Humble yourself and ask the Most High for forgiveness, but Saul didn't do that. That's why look what he said in verse here, read 24 and 25.
And Saul said unto Samuel, I have sinned, for I have transgressed the commandment of the Lord in thy words, because I feared the people and obeyed their voice.
You see that? But what's the first thing Samuel did wrong? Saul did wrong. Yeah, he went to man. You see that? Yeah. So he shouldn't even tell. At the end of the day, man already knew you sinned. Yeah. Because he was sent by who? The Most High. So Saul should have did was go in his quiet place and say, Lord, forgive me for what I've done. It was wrong for me to obey the people, and I should have obeyed you. Damn it, I hate myself. You see that? But he didn't do that. He went to Saul. He wanted to go to man because man gonna give him that what? Smooth
Yeah.
words.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's gonna be out here. Come on, let me hold you. It's all, you don't have to crack.
We okay. It's all right.
Sorry, they ain't me to do it. Yes, it's gonna be all right, man. You know, and walking with him and stuff. Nah. At the end of the day, you have to understand and know what type of God you serve.
That's right.
He wants you to humble yourself and admit your fault, and then accept that chastisement. You got to get chastised by him, because that's gonna do what for you? It's gonna help
grow.
you. Yeah, and help you to stand upright. Know that you whenever you do something wrong, the Most High is there to correct you. That's what you want. You want the Most High's correcting, not man.
Right.
Man's gonna soften it up. It's gonna be like, he ain't gonna discipline you. He just gonna comfort you, and you don't want that. Because again, over time, what's gonna happen? Once he covers those sins, what's gonna happen over time? It's just gonna keep Yeah, it's gonna keep building up. You're gonna think, okay, well, he man forgave me, so I'm good. Man gonna speak on my behalf, so I'm good. Nah. You have to walk, just like the scripture says, you have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Just like Christ did, right? We supposed to be following Christ, right? He worked out his own salvation to the end. He stayed in the book to the end. Guess what? You got to stay in the book to the end.
That's right.
All right? Where we at? Yeah, go ahead.
You want me to do 25?
Yeah, read that one.
Now, therefore, I pray thee, pardon my sin and turn again with me, that I may worship the Lord.
You see that? And that's what we perceive. Well, man, he's gonna be there when I leave this earth. Man's gonna be there too. He's gonna speak on my behalf. But we understand. But now we have a clear understanding that everyone has their appointed time when they come into the earth, when they leave the earth.
That's right.
You understand? So you have to be mindful of that. Don't cleave on to man, because when the Most High take you out, he may not take that other individual out. You can't have that type of mindset. You got to make sure that your mind stayed on the Most High, and you can't allow man, you can't go to man and want man to pardon your sins, because like we just said, man is going to give you a soft blow. It's just like your credit. Everybody wants that soft pull, but some of us want that hard pull, because we want to see if we really going to get it or not. The soft pull, that's easy, but then if you continue to keep reading through their little terms and stuff, they'll tell you, yeah, the soft pull is good, but then we still have to do a hard pull too. So why not just go right for the hard pull? Why not just go right to the Most High? All right, Lord, I did wrong. Go ahead and chastise me. I'm ready, because I'd rather do that so that you can keep me upright, so you can teach me and continue to allow me to grow with you. Because once you remove my spirit, what happens? I become that what? Sacrifice. So going back to again, Esther and Mordecai, same concept. I'm not going to go to man. I'm not going to allow man I'm not going to give man my strength. I'm going to stay focused on you. I'm not going to be stubborn on, even though, again, she's in that position. I'm not going to be stubborn. I know my time's going to come. I'm not going to be wishing nothing bad on her or anyone else who you put in the position that you put them in. I'm not even going to get upset because I don't even have a book named after me. It's your decision. You make the decision. All I'm supposed to do is what? Obey you. All right? Where we at? Let's go to let's go to Psalms chapter 37, 7 down to 10. Very good.
Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
You see that? Rest in the Lord. That's what he wants you to do. Come on, rest on me. Told you, wait patiently. I'm going to be there. Even though your situation get hard, I'm still there. Go ahead.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way.
You see that? So those who get above you, don't get upset. You have to wait patiently. You don't know what blessing the Most High has for you. And remember, you want the main thing that you want is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Because once you receive the blessing, it's not material. And don't get it twisted. It's not material blessing. You want the Most High to elevate you in Him, not in the world. You want to be able to. You want the Most High to elevate you so that you can shine. When you walk into a room, you want, man, there's something different about you. What is it? Then when you begin to talk, it's like, wow, man, I didn't know you had skills like that. I mean, it's just like, dang, when you talk, bro, the energy is just like, it's like breathtaking. I never heard no one speak like that before. It's like you have what? A different spirit on you, a new spirit on you. You know, before you used to be this way. Now it's like you ain't even like it. You don't allow things to get to you no more. Why is that? And then you be able to pass that blessing on to that individual. You see that?
Yes,
Right. So rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prosper in his ways. Go ahead.
because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil.
Yeah, don't do evil. Mordecai, he didn't do evil. He knew his time was going to come. Go ahead.
For evildoers shall be cut off.
You see that? Going to be cut off. So was Saul cut off? Yeah, Saul was cut off. Go ahead.
But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the
You
earth.
see that? We're gonna inherit it because it's already given. It was already ours from the get-go. So how are we gonna inherit the earth when we're in our situation now? Yeah. How are we gonna inherit the earth now? What we read before? What we just read in Isaiah that the enemy is gonna do what? Yeah, they're gonna bow to us. So Most High is gonna put you in that position even while before his kingdom even come. That's why I tell, live peacefully and watch what I do. I'm gonna bless you. Just then he said that to Abraham. He said that to Abraham, and I just read it this morning with Joseph. He blessed the Egyptian's house was blessed because of Joseph. It tells you that. So if the Most High blessed the other nation because Joseph is there, what do you think he's gonna do with you? You see that? He's gonna use you to be a blessing to your enemy, so your enemy can turn around and do what? Look at Joseph's position. What position Joseph had? He was ruler over Egypt. The man put Joseph in charge to rule in his kingdom. You don't think the Most High gonna do the same thing with you? But you gotta wait patiently for him. You gotta allow him to work everything out. He gotta take you through your situation and bring you out a better with a better spirit. All right, go ahead.
For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be.
Right. So when you think when you worry about your enemy, is he going to be here, or am I going to have to deal with this situation, that situation? Over time, like I said, if you stay the course, the Most High remove him out that position and put who in that position? Right. And again, like I told you, I gave the example of Joseph. He didn't worry about that. Look what position that he was in when he was in jail and stuff like that. But then he rose back to the top, right? Right. All right. Let's go back to all praise to the Most High. Let's go back to Esther. So now we understand and know that with the Most High, he's definitely equal, but he does things in his timing. So we should never do things. We should never jump the gun and start doing things on our own because we know what it leads to. It's going to lead to us being that sacrifice. Right. So we also note that the master never did, which we talking about Christ, whatever you want to call him. Master never did he never did those things when it came to the Pharisee. You never seen him going back to the enemy talking about, well, listen, the Pharisees, they trying to, they're trying to alter your rulership. You know, even though they're in that position, but they just acting crazy. They're making an uproar with the people. Christ never did that. Every little situation that he dealt with when it came to the Pharisees, he gave it to who? The Heavenly Father. And he let the Heavenly Father work it out. And as he continued on his journey and him staying the course, what position is he in now? Position of rulership. Now he gonna have kingship over the earth, right? Let's go to John chapter 18. John chapter 18. John chapter 18, 28 to 38.
Then led they Jesus from Caiaphas unto the hall of judgment, and it was early, and they themselves went not into the judgment hall, lest they should be defiled, but that they might eat the Passover.
Right. This is talking about the Pharisees. Were the Pharisees defiled? Were the Pharisees defiled? Yes, they were defiled. But in their mindset, did they think they was defiled? No. It's the same thing with Saul. Saul thought that what he was doing was beautiful in the Most High's eye. But when it was all said and done, did he obey the Most High? No. Go ahead. Very good.
Pilate then went out unto them and said, What accusation bring ye against this man?
What did the Most High just do for Christ? His enemies at peace with him. See that? Remember what we said. I'll bless you. I'll make your enemies bless you. So he's going out to the people, said, what accusation do you have of this man? He ain't do nothing wrong. Did Pontius Pilate follow Christ around? More than likely, he probably see the stuff that he was doing, but what the stuff that he was doing, was he trying to overthrow Pontius Pilate's position? Christ. No. Nah, he wasn't trying to overthrow it. He was a peaceful, just walking around teaching the word. That's it. But the Pharisees had an issue with that. So they went to their enemy to tell on who? Their own people. Right? And then that's why I said the Most High says what? We're not supposed to be talebearers. We're not supposed to tell on our people. But again, in his situation, just like I said before, the Most High made Christ's enemy be at peace with him. He blessed him. I'm going to bless you just like you blessed me. So now he's going out saying, what accusation bring you against this man? He didn't even have to say that. He could have just like, listen, they said that you did this, so we just going to roll with it. But he didn't do that. All right, go ahead.
They answered and said unto him, If he were not a malefactor, we would not have delivered him up unto thee.
And what you just say earlier, once you cover one sin, more sin is going to pile on top. So they have no accusation against accusations against this man, but yet they trying to pile on sin on top of sin upon him, knowing that it's not going on him, it's going on who? On them. Go ahead.
Then said Pilate unto them, Take ye him and judge him according to your law. The Jews therefore said unto him, It is not lawful for us to put any man to death.
Right, and it's also not lawful for us to do what? Yeah, to lie. You see that? So again, the Most High is using Pontius Pilate to be a blessing unto who? And also is being a blessing unto Christ, but also giving who a chance to repent? The Pharisees, those who are against Christ. You understand? Go ahead.
That the saying of Jesus might be fulfilled, which he spake, signifying what death he should die. Then Pilate entered into the judgment hall again, and called Jesus, and said unto him, Art thou the King of the Jews?
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus answered him, Sayest thou this thing of thyself, or did others tell it thee of me?
You see that? So Pontius Pilate didn't even know. They're telling me that you're a king. Are you a king? I mean, who told you that? Did you know that for yourself, or did they tell you?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Pilate answered, Am I a Jew?
See that? He don't even know. What's my nationality? I don't even know. Shoot, I'm just here. You know what I mean? I seen you walking around. Thought you had the skill.
What you was doing.
Yeah, I see you had the skill. How you was just busting them up with the word and stuff like that. I mean, at the end of the day, you're just a man standing. So I just want to ask you, what's my nationality? You're a black man. All right, so I'm part of the nation. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead.
Thine own nation and the chief priests have delivered thee unto me. What hast thou done?
You see that? What you do? Why they gonna bring you to me? I need to know what you did. I ain't doing anything. At the end of the day, all I was doing was teaching the word. That's it. Go ahead.
Jesus answered, My kingdom is not of this world. If my kingdom were of this world, then would my servants fight, that I should not be delivered to the Jews, but now is my kingdom not from hence.
Yeah, it's not yet. Go ahead.
Pilate therefore said unto him, Art thou a king then? Jesus answered, Thou sayest that I am a king. To this end was I born, and for this cause came I into the world, that I should bear witness unto the truth. Everyone that is of the truth heareth my voice.
Right. So we understand and know that he came into the world to be what? A king.
Yeah.
In whose timing? The Most High's timing. Right. So right now is not the time. But there is going to become a time where I become king. I mean, at the end of the day, that's self-explanatory. You don't know that. They know that. But the ones that hear my voice, they know that. But those who are against me, they don't know that.
That's right.
Who hasn't opened up their understanding? It wasn't their timing. You see that? So even though I'm gonna be in this position soon, they're upset because they think that just because they were here before me, or they claim that they were here before me, they don't understand and know. That's what they perceive. But again, at the end of the day, those who hear and know, they understand and know my position. Go ahead.
Pilate saith unto him, What is truth?
You see that? Now, if I'm a Jew and
He
I'm a
asking
black
bad
man,
questions.
what is truth? You should already know what truth is. But what did Christ just say? Only the ones that know the truth hear my voice.
That's
So
right.
what is truth? Go ahead.
And when he had said this, he went out again unto the Jews, and saith unto them, I find in him no fault at all.
You see that? So he already knew that Pontius Pilate already knew that he was a brother. And now he went out and said, listen, at the end of the day, I just found out who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a black man. You know what I'm saying? From the Himalayas all the way over there, that's where I'm from. That's what he told me. That's what matter of fact, he didn't tell me. I did my DNA check. I went to Ancestry.com, found out I got the African blood, this blood, that blood, all. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I don't find no fault with him. You know, I'm trying to get an afro. I got the stringy hair. He got the afro. But at the end of the day, he don't look at me different.
That's
you know
right.
What I'm saying? Good.
Because we all different.
That's right. All right, let's go to John chapter 19. John chapter 19. Oh, we doing good. John chapter 19. Read 1 through 7 and 7 to 11. 1 through 7, 7 to 11.
Then Pilate therefore took Jesus and scourged him. And the soldiers platted a crown of thorns and put it on his head, and they put on him a purple robe, and said, Hail, King of the Jews! And they smote him with their hands. Pilate therefore went forth again and saith unto them, Behold, I bring him forth to you, that ye may know that I find no fault in him.
Right, so where did Pilate mess up at? He done sat up there. He wanted to know what truth was. He said, I don't find no fault with him. But then he still turned around and did what?
He still
scores
beat him up
them.
and
Yeah,
stuff.
he still scores them.
Yeah.
And he allowed the soldiers to put a crown of thorns on his head and put a purple robe on him. You see that? And then smote him. And then the king, and then said, Hell, the King of the Jews. They smote him with their hand. And then now Pilate going back out and said, I don't find no fault with him. If he didn't find no fault with him, why'd he put his hands on him?
Yeah, that's right.
You see how your enemy would? That's the problem. We don't know the outcome when we send our brothers and sisters to our enemy. That's why it's important, like I said before, anytime you see your brother or sister doing something that's unlawful, you're supposed to do what? Yeah, tell the Most High, pray for them. I go warn them. You see that? You're supposed to go warn them, but then you pray for them, because you know that at the end of the day, when they turn over to their enemies, the enemy's not going to treat them as if your enemy's not going to treat them the way you treat them. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give them that warning. If they're having a bad day that day, what do you think gonna happen? You understand? Go ahead.
Then came Jesus forth, wearing the crown of thorns and the purple robe, and Pilate said unto them, Behold the man.
You see that? Now his spirit was humble at the beginning,
Yeah.
but now it's what? It's evil, right?
Yeah, it's
You
evil
see
like
it?
them.
Yeah, it's evil. Go ahead.
When the chief priests therefore and the officers saw him, they cried out, saying, Crucify him, crucify him. Pilate saith unto them, Take ye him and crucify him. for I find no fault in him.
You see how your enemy, that's why the scripture says never trust your enemy. As iron sharpens iron, so is his wickedness. Here you are being nice to me, and then a couple minutes later you being evil towards me. You done beat me up, did all this stuff. Now you talking about you find no fault with me. Don't make no sense. Go ahead.
When Pilate therefore heard that saying, he was the more afraid, and went again into the judgment hall, and saith unto Jesus, Whence art thou? But Jesus gave him no answer.
Yeah, I ain't gonna answer. You done beat me up and stuff, so I ain't gonna say nothing to you no more. At the end of the day, we done. This conversation getting cut short. Go ahead.
Then saith Pilate unto him, Speakest thou not unto me? Knowest thou not that I have power to crucify thee, and have power to release thee?
You see that? Because your enemy don't know the outcome. They don't know their outcome. So they perceive, okay, now I'm in a high position. Since I'm in this position, I could do what I want to do. Is that equal or unequal?
It's unequal.
Yeah, put it this way. Pontius Pilate, his position so far as we read it, is it equal or unequal? It's unequal. Right, it's unequal. Very good. Because he's listening to who? The people.
To the people.
Right.
He don't want to be an outsider.
Right. He's not even following his own law.
Yeah.
So again, why should I send my people? Why should I allow my nation of people to be subject to their laws, knowing that it's unbalanced? But all praise to the Most High, like we said, like we've been saying. If you sit back and wait patiently on the Most High, He'll give you the knowledge and understanding to maneuver around all the wickedness. But you got to be able to be. You got to be patient. You got to wait on Him so He can give you the sound doctrine that you need. All right, go ahead.
Jesus answered, Thou couldst have no power at all against me, except it were given thee from above.
You see that? Go ahead.
Therefore, he that delivered me unto thee hath the greater sin.
You see that? Because they broke what? They broke law.
They broke the law.
Right, they broke the law.
Putting somebody to death.
Right, so their sin is greater. Your sin at the end of the day, the position that you in, Most High put you in that position for a reason, but what they should have did, they should have never went to who? Right, just like the scripture says, never put your confidence in man, or never make man your what? Your arms. Woe to him who makes man their arm. They put all their trust in you, and at the end of the day, their sin is greater than yours. You see that? Beautiful. All right, let's grab one more. Okay, that's it? Yeah, let's go to John chapter 1. John chapter 1. Get it. Yeah. Yeah. You got your mic?
Can I say one thing?
Go ahead.
Whenever I was just looking like verse 31, John 18:31. Right there, it says right there that Pilate had said, it is not lawful for us to put any man to death. That's a commandment. Right. But then in the next chapter, he still says, I don't find any fault with him. But then he still beats on him. He still puts the robe on him, put the crown of thorns on him, and all that stuff. You see what I mean? Right. So it's like a double. What is it? Like a double standard? Yeah, like a double-minded, where it's like yes or no. What do you in the fold, you might say, oh no, I'm for y'all, but then when you get out in the open, you're like, oh, sorry, like I'm over here with them. Right. You know. It's sad when people are like that. Right.
That's what our law says that we're not supposed to put no man to death unlawfully. Yeah. But your enemy's law don't say that. Yeah. Okay. Your enemy law, he puts you to death. He feel like putting you to death, he gonna put you to death. Yeah. All right. Yep. So that's why I say you got to be mindful of that, especially when it comes to your people. You want to be able to. You're supposed to warn them. So like I said, when you see it, when the Most High allows you to see that situation, it's up to you. You can't just walk past and don't say nothing. Just like it's just like the Good Samaritan. I believe that is when he was when he got beat up on the path, and people just walked past him. Same concept. You can't be like that. That's right. So when you see your brother, when you see them getting into a situation, knowing that the Most High allows you to see it, it's up to you to jump in and to make peace. That's your position. That's what you're there for. You're there to build up your nation. All right. Any way the Most High sees fit to do it. Because again, each situation that you go through, it's a learning process for you.
It is.
A learning curve for you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
All right. John chapter 1, 11 to 13.
He came unto his own, and his own received him not.
You see that? He came there. They, listen, I'm gonna let y'all know now, I'm come to teach you and show you how to line yourself up with the word, how to line yourself up with the Heavenly Father. But again, be like, man, I don't want to hear that. Yo, I'm about to go to the club tonight, bruh. I mean, you coming with the righteous stuff, that's good. But right now, I got to hit the club, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't really talk. I can't really get into that right now with you. But he came to his own, and his own received him not. Go ahead.
But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name.
Right? What did Christ say before? What did Christ tell Pontius Pilate? Those that hear my voice, they know the truth. So those are the ones that's going to receive the power to become sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. We believe that he's going to be king over the earth. He's going to rule in righteousness. We believe that the Most High sent him on the earth to give us what? The information that we need, that good news that we need to get into the Heavenly Father's good grace. All right? Go ahead.
Which were born not of blood, nor of the will of the flesh, nor of the will of man, but of God.
Right. You see that? Go ahead.
I had something to add, something to say about 11 through 13.
Yeah, my man,
when
you
I
supposed to
started,
be asking me no question. Ain't that what the script? Not the scripture. Forgive me, Lord.
huh?
Ain't that what man say? Man say you're not supposed to ask questions. You're supposed to come and learn. You learning now.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm saying,
Huh? Yeah,
I'm saying, when I was reading John 1, 11 through 13, it had me think about it's just like family. Like they don't want to hear the truth,
Yeah.
but those that open their eyes and their ears up to listen to the word, then those ones will fall, in line. But then you have the other ones that will not. So
Right.
that right there, when I started reading, that made me think of that.
Yeah.
Think of like your own family.
Yeah. It's always gonna be like that. But just like you said, those which are born not of blood. We have blood in us, right?
Yes.
Nor the will of the flesh. We are in flesh, right?
Yes.
Nor the will of man, but of God. What does that mean? Right, having his spirit, keep it in the plane. We don't walk, we move by what? Spirit. I mean, what does it say? Is that what it says in Romans? Let me see. Hold on, people. Let me get it. Yeah, we walk not after the flesh. What does it say? Go ahead, get that for me, brother. Yeah, here you go. What was that? Romans? Is that Galatians? Yeah, Galatians chapter 5. So I say walk by the Spirit and you will not gratify what? The flesh. There's another one too, right?
Man said Romans.
18, 16. Romans 8 and 16. Let me get that. See that's a unity right there. Romans chapter 8 and 16. Romans chapter 8. No, it's not 16.
Oh, you mean 14?
14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. For we have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption. We cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit bears witness with our spirits that we are the children of God. Yeah, but there was another one too. Yeah, but 9. But ye are not in the flesh, but in the Spirit. If so be that the Spirit of God dwell in you. Now, if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his. All right, so we can use that one. Very good. So when you connect that back to 13, it says, which are born not of blood, nor the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. So you got to have the Most High Spirit upon you in order to hear what? In order to hear the Most High, in order to hear the Most High's word, in order to hear the Most, in order to hear Everybody understand that? Beautiful. So now that Mordecai's in the situation that he's in, he told on the king's people. Did that situation work for him? When he told Esther what the king's people did, and Esther went back and told the king what his people was going to do to him, did it work in Mordecai's favor? Yes, it worked in Mordecai's favor. But guess what? We got to pick it back up next week.